strength and coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's intercepted. Quick drop by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. From his own end zone, Fields. Pulled in here by Duke Williams. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be
down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Fields throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that's incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, Fields. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney, 43 yards. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Detroit.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is Sports. It's a catch. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here.
Fields on first down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery. Get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 64 yards on the ground for him so far. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 6 yards left on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Fields. That is caught. It's Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Chicago, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.